Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone are doing good. Uh, okay, we shall continue with the third model. Still, some of the parts are remaining in third model. That is one of the part is CBR test. That is, we have to solve the problem. In internal, I have given the question. I think it's better to solve once because there are two types of curve. That is, one is convex and concave curve. So it will be confusing in your exam. So we shall solve that problem also. And another concept we have been left with, that is plate bearing test. This is one of the important concept in this chapter, which the continuation of this part will be included in your 8th sem also. So it's better to learn the process of plate bearing test. And after that, two methods are there. That is actually it is not for your syllabus, but when we saw the question paper, some of the problems have been asked. So better we shall solve the problem of those two concept in this class. Okay. And the next remaining concept is of the plate bearing test. Okay, just like it is one of the test to conduct the strength of the cell. Just you are doing CBR test and other test, right? Like that, we are doing this plate bearing test. Okay, and this is used to evaluate the supporting power of the subgrade. Okay, that means what is the power, how much support, or how much, what is the stability of your soil. That one you are evaluating. That is, it is used to evaluate the supporting power of the subgrade in situ for pavement design. Whatever the pavement design you are designing, for that to understand the stability, you are going to do this test. That is plate bearing test. And modulus of subgrade reaction, which will come in Westergaard's analysis. One problem is there actually, this Westergaard's analysis, it is not included in your syllabus, but they have asked the problem several times. We shall see what is that Westergaard's analysis. And usually, four different types of diameter plates are required for this test. Okay, sorry, this is not 50, this is 400 mm. That is different types of diameter plates. That is 750 mm, 600 mm, and 450 mm. These are the different types of plate which are required to conduct the test. That is 750 mm, 600 mm, 450 mm, and 300 mm. These are the four different types of plate which is required to conduct this test. And you have seen the arrangements, just same arrangements. That is, one is loading device from where the load will be applied. That is provided with the jack. Then proving ring arrangement, that is dial gauge and everything will be provided. Next is datum frame. What this datum frame will do means, datum frame and dial gauges will measure the settlement of the loaded plate. Okay, you can call it as a deformation. Just like in your crushing test, you are allowing to compress, like just in the same manner here, due to the loading device, the plates will be undergoing settlement. Okay, that is called as settlement of the load plate, or you can call it as a deformation. Okay, you can see the arrangements. Yes, This is the actual arrangement. Okay, this is the reaction from where you are applying the load, and this is the pressure gauge. You can measure the pressure here, and this is the dial gauge. You are taking the readings in this dial gauge. Okay, and these are the different types of plate. That is, greater plate or bigger diameter of the plate will be at the bottom. You can assume like this. The topmost plate is 30 centimeter diameter. Next below that is 45 centimeter, and below that bottommost plate is 60 or 75 centimeter plate. That is, plates are arranged in the decreasing order. Like this your plates are arranged, and this is the reaction from where the load will be applied, and this is the hydraulic jack just to apply the pressure. This is the arrangement, and we shall see how the test is conducted. Okay, the test is usually leveled up, means the surface will be leveled initially, and once the surface is leveled, then what you need to do, you have to place the plate. Okay, just in road surface there will be little bit undulations, right? So initially what you need to do, you need to level the surface. That is the first step. Once the surface is leveled, next you are applying the plate. Okay, that is, plate is properly seated. Wherever you need to conduct the test, you have to place the plate on that surface. Okay, that is the first point. Next, stiffness plates of decreasing diameter. Just now I told, these are the stiffness plates. You are arranged these plates in the decreasing order. That is, 30 centimeter of the plate will be at the top, and 60 or 75 centimeter will be at the bottom. That is, stiffness of the plates will be arranged in the decreasing diameter. And jack and proving ring assembly are fitted to provide. You can see here, jack and proving ring assembly. Okay, it is fitted. The jack will be at the topmost portion. Here it will be, there is a jack. Okay, jack will be provided, hydraulic jack you can call this. Jack will be placed above this, above the stiffness plates. Okay, jack and proving ring, what they will provide, they will provide the reaction against the frame. Okay, some amount of load will be applying, you are applying some amount of load. Against that applied load, there will be a reaction. Okay, for every reaction there is a reaction, right? Just like that, you are applying the load for against that reaction. That reaction will be balanced by the jack and proving ring, or you can call it as reaction against the frame. And next one is three or four dial gauges are present. You can see here, this is the dial gauges. Dial gauges will be provided to measure either the load or seating arrangements or deformation. Different types of dial gauges will be provided. Okay, three or four dial gauges are usually fixed on the plate. And next one is seating load. This is the load which you need to apply. That is, seating load here is 0.07 kg per centimeter square. Okay, just like in your crushing test, you are applying the load up to 40 tons, right? You are applying the load for 40 tons. That is 4 tons per minute. Like that, here seating load will be provided. That seating load is called as 0.07 kg per centimeter square. That much seating load you are applying. Okay, and after some seconds, assume 10 or usually it will be 10 seconds. After 10 seconds you will be releasing, and you are measuring the settlement. Okay, settlements are measured. Usually at times settlements will be zero. Next, these are the few points I will explain once again. That is, first what you will do, you will level the testing site. Wherever you want to do the test, you have to level, because in road or in subgrade the surface will be little undulated. Next, what you will do, after that you will place the plate. Okay, and those stiffness plates will be of decreasing diameter. You can see a topmost or highest diameter plate, that is 75 centimeter, will be at the bottom, and least diameter plate will be at the top. These are the different types of stiffness plates, and this is the hydraulic chuck which will measure the reaction against the frame. This is the reaction, that is, you are applying the load, and it will provide the reaction. And three to four different types of dial gauges are provided. Okay, then seating load. Seating load will be of 0.07 kg per centimeter square. That is the seating load. And what you will do, load sufficient to cause 0.25 mm average settlement. Okay, this is the average settlement, that is load sufficient to cause 0.25 mm average settlement. Okay, 0.25 average settlement, or 0.025 per minute. That much load you have to apply. The readings of the settlement dial gauges are noted here. Readings of the settlement dial gauges are noted at this point. Okay. The corresponding load value also noted using proving dial rate. First, what you will do, you will apply the pressure of 0.25, or sorry, load of 0.25 average settlement load you will apply, and against that you will measure the proving ring dial reading, that is corresponding load value you will determine. Okay, then load will be increased till settlement increases to a further amount. In your crushing test you are applying load at 4 tons per minute, right, up to 40 tons. Like that, here also you are applying the load, that is in the increasing manner, until settlement increases to a further 0.25 mm. Okay, that means assume like this: initially 0.25 next you have to take the reading at 0.5 next at 0.751. For every 0.25 settlement you have to take the load reading. In CBR you are measuring at 0.5, 1, 2, 2.5, later 5, 7.5, like that. Here also you have to measure at 0.25 you have to measure the load, next at 5, sorry, 0.5 next third reading at 0.75 fourth reading at 1.0 next fifth reading at 1.25, next sixth reading at 1.5 and seventh reading will be at 1.75 until at least you have to carry the test up to 1.75 Okay, just the test will be just like your CBR test. Just compare with respect to CBR. At every 50 reading or 50 moments of dial gauge you are taking reading, no, just like that you have to take at every 0.25 settlement. Okay, you can see the diagram. It will be the usually arrangement in the field is like this. You can see here. Okay, for every 0.25 you have to measure 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, next 0.1 0.1 this will be in centimeter. Okay, 1 means 0.1 sorry, 1 means zero point 0.1 centimeter, next 0.125, 0.15, 0.175. If you are taking in means you should apply load up to 1.75. If it is converted into centimeter means the settlement will be 0.175. Okay, that is increment of load is 0.25 and you have to plot the graph like this, that is settlement will be in x-axis and bearing pressure will be in y-axis. Okay, and in CBR what you will do, you will plot the graph and you will take the reading at CBR 2.5 and CBR 5, right? Like that, here also you are taking at 0.125 centimeter, delta is 0.125 centimeter. You will be obtaining some curve. Just drag this curve and measure the p value, that is the pressure value. This pressure will be in kg per centimeter square. Okay, you can see it. This is the arrangement and that is the diagram which you have applied. And with this diagram what you are measuring is modulus of subgrade reaction. You are measuring K. Okay, modulus of subgrade reaction, that is called as K. Modulus of subgrade reaction means pressure sustained per unit deformation of the subgrade. That means you are applying the load, against that load there will be a deformation in the soil. You are measuring that pressure. Okay, that is modulus of subgrade reaction means pressure sustained per unit deformation of the subgrade at specified deformation using the specified plate size. Specified plate size means either it may be 30 centimeter diameter plate, or 45 centimeter, or 60 centimeter, or 75 centimeter. Okay, usually the standard plate size is 75 centimeter. This is the standard plate size which is required, but you are not using this plate. What you are doing in field, you are actually applying the pressure on 30 centimeter plate. Okay, because if you keep on applying the pressure on 75 centimeter plate, the deflection or deformation achieved will be later. Okay, so initially we'll use 30 centimeter plate. Okay, 30 centimeter plate ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ diameter will be inversely or pressure will pressure will be inversely proportional to area or diameter. ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೆಟಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ 30 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು 10 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ 75 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 1 or 2 hour ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ 75 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ 30 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್. 30 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲೇಟರ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ 75 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, is it clear? These are the some basic points. What you are finding out in this plate bearing test, your aim is to find out the modulus of subgrade reaction, that is called as K. In your words you can just call it as stability. ನಿಮ್ ಸಬ್ಗ್ರೇಡಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಓಕೆ, and standard, these are the two standard plate size. One is 75 centimeter and this 30 centimeter. Usually you will do the test on 30 centimeter plate and you will find out, you will find the K. K means modulus of subgrade reaction, and later you are converting K of 30 into K of 75 using the same formula. Okay, the formula is K is equal to P divided by delta. P means pressure, delta means settlement. That is, here standard value is you are plotting the graph at 0.125. You can see here. This is the plate. You can see here 0.125 centimeter. Okay, so here K is equal to P by delta, which will be equal to K is equal to P divided by delta. Delta means 0.125 centimeter. Okay, this is the reason why you are taken 0.125, and its unit is kg per centimeter cube. Okay, this is the general procedure. Next, what you are doing in CBR, in our CBR also there were two conditions, that is you can do the test on unsoaked condition or you can do the test on soaked condition. Unsoaked condition means without immediately after the compaction of the soil or immediately after specimen is prepared, you can directly check the effectiveness of that sample. That is, you are applying the load, isn't it? In your laboratory, you have done the test for unsoaked condition. Similarly, there is another case called soaked condition. That means you think about concrete. That is, you are placing the molds for the molds in water for 3 days, 7 days, 28 days. Right? That is, you are subjecting the mold for soaked condition. Like that, here also there are two types of tests. That is, one is soaked condition and another test is called as unsoaked condition. Okay, okay, you can see here K. K means modulus of subgrade reaction. K will be lowest at the soaked condition. Just assume like this. Okay. The soil which will be having less water content, it will be usually good, right? Or it will be having a better strength when compared to soaked condition. Just like that, K. K means modulus of subgrade reaction. It will be lowest in the soaked condition. Okay. Inversely, you can tell it as K will be highest in the unsoaked condition. Okay. Here you are testing the soil for two conditions. One is soaked condition, another one is unsoaked condition. Okay, moisture content at the time of carrying out plate bearing test may seldom represent worst moisture content. Okay, assume you are preparing the mold and placing it in a water for 2 or 3 days. After that, you are applying the pressure and you are finding the K value. Okay, just like that, K is found at prevailing moisture content. Prevailing moisture content means existing moisture content. Okay, and value so obtained may be modified for the soaked condition. Okay, assume 6% is the moisture content. Later, the soaked Okay, K is found at prevailing moisture content and value obtained may be modified for the soaked condition. This is the first concept. And later you are applying the correction factor. And here two consolidated test specimens are prepared. That is, one is in laboratory. In laboratory, what you are doing, you are preparing for an unsoaked condition. Okay, and you are applying the increments of pressure. Just now I told the pressure may be in the form of 0.25 mm, next 0.5 mm, next 0.75 mm, that is settlement. Like that you are applying the increment pressure. Then after that what you are doing, you are plotting the curve against pressure and deformation curve. And after that what you are doing, you are uh, taking the 0.125 centimeter deformation on the curve and you are obtaining the load value. Just like that you are finding the K value. Okay, similarly second specimen also you are conducting the same test, but only difference is it is in a soaked condition. And again you are finding out the PS value, and for the corresponding PS you are sorry, corresponding delta value you are finding out the PS. Then again you are plotting the graph. Okay, now what will be the equation? Initial equation is K is equal to P by delta. You can see here K is equal to P by delta. Okay, that is delta will be always common, right? 0.125. Now what your equation will become, I will show. Okay, this is the equation, right? Initially what was your K is equal to P divided by delta. This was the equation, right? That is K is equal to P divided by 0.125. This will be in unsoaked condition. Next, for soaked condition, the equation becomes Ks is equal to P S divided by, again delta is 0.125. Okay, you can equate equation 1 and equation 2. What does equation 1 and equation 2 will become if you equate? The equation will become like this. That is Ks divided by Ps is equal to K divided by P. Okay. If you substitute this equation, the equation, final equation will be like this. Ks is equal to Kps divided by P. Ks means modulus of subgrade reaction for soaked condition. K means modulus of subgrade reaction for unsoaked condition. PS is the pressure for soaked condition, and this P is the pressure for unsoaked condition. Just a simple experiment. Usually they will ask problem from this. They won't ask the theory part. Just for understanding purpose, I explained this theory. Okay, this is the simple procedure. And later what you are doing, this is the graph how you are obtaining. Okay, this curve is for unsoaked condition. Okay, this is for unsoaked condition, and this bottommost curve is for soaked condition. In both the condition, what you will do, you will plot the graph between deformation. Deformation will be in x-axis, and pressure, that is small p, which will be in y-axis. Okay, you are just plotting the graph. After that, what you are doing, in the previous condition, you are plotting at 0.125, right? Like that here they have taken at zero point 0.5 and right, and they have obtained the pressure. That is for 0.5, they have obtained pressure at here, that is lesser pressure. And for unsoaked condition, the pressure will be more. Okay, like that you have to plot the graph. And there will be a small correction. Okay, you have to apply that correction. What you are doing, you are not conducting the experiment. Just now I told, instead of 75 centimeter diameter plate, you are conducting the experiment on the 30 centimeter plate. Okay, for 75 centimeter plate, you are the settlement you are applying up to 0.175 centimeter. Okay, which will be inappropriate. It will not be adequate to conduct this test. So instead of that, what you are doing, you are conducting the test on 30 centimeter plate. Okay, in 30 centimeter plate, what you are determined, you are determined K1. K1 will be determined using the smaller plate. Later, after this K1, if you know this K1, you can find out the Ks. Ks may be the modulus of subgrade reaction of diameter of 75 centimeter plate. Okay. First, what you will do, you will conduct the test on 30 centimeter plate and you will find out the K1. If you know the K1, you can convert that value into Ks. And these are the data which you are required. E means modulus of elasticity, modulus of elasticity. That is capital E. Delta means deflection or deformation, which will be in centimeter. And A, small a means radius of the plate. For 30 centimeter plate, 15 is the diameter radius, and for 75 centimeter plate, 37.5 centimeter is the radius of the plate. Okay, or you can call it as diameter only. Next, delta is equal to 1.18 Pa by E. This is the formula. Okay, delta is equal to 1.18. 1.18 is constant for rigid plate. Okay, just remember this formula. Delta is equal to 1.18 Pa divided by E. And what is the formula for K? Formula for K is P divided by delta. Just substitute delta here. The equation will become P divided by 1.18 Pa. Or if P and P will get cancelled here. Okay. Final equation is K is equal to E divided by 1.18 divided by A. Okay. Yes, is it clear? Hello? Is it clear, everyone? Okay, write down this problem. And if E and E will, you are assuming that E will be constant for the soil. Here you have taken E, right? E will be provided. E will be constant. If you are conducting the test on same soil sample, E will be constant. So the equation will become Ka is equal to K1A1. Okay. Ka, just substitute A here. Okay. A will be transferred to the LHS. The equation will become Ka is equal to K1 by A1. Final equation will be K is equal to K1 divided by into A1 divided by A. Okay. Yes, write this problem. Copy this. Okay, only two formulas are there. You have to remember that. First formula is K is equal to P by delta. Okay. Second, that is K is directly proportional to P. And if you substitute that formula, you can calculate for Ks. Ks is equal to K divided by K divided by P into PS. Okay. Similarly, one more formula, that is delta is equal to 1.18 Pa divided by E. Okay, just copy this problem. Completed problem. Shall we solve the problem? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Completed the problem?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, initially what you need to do, you need to plot the graph. Okay, I am showing how to plot the graph here. Okay, write the values. Okay. 0, next 0.24, 0.52, next 0.76, next value is 1.02, next value is 1.23, 1.53, 1.76, and for this the load values are 0, 460, 900, 1180, 1360, 1480, 1590, and 1640. Okay. Yes. What should be in x-axis? Is what you are plotting in x-axis. Hello. Yes. Answer me. Which value you are taking in x-axis? Hello. Yes. For what we are plotting the graph? Which value you have to plot in x-axis? Hello. Okay. X-axis you have to plot the settlement value. Okay. Just take this value. Settlement value you have to plot in x-axis. That is yes. Your curve will be like this. If you plot the graph of load in x-axis, sorry, load in y-axis and settlement in y-axis. Okay. And this is the format of the graph which you will be obtaining. And what you have to do, once the graph is obtained, you have to take the pressure, that is load value at 1.25 centimeter. So 0.125 centimeter. Here I have taken in millimeter. So I have to obtain the graph at 1.25 mm. Okay. 1.25 mm will be somewhere here, isn't it? Okay. 1.25. If you just take 1.25 mm here, you will get the values. That is p value. What will be the p value in this graph? Hello. Yes, are you getting me? Hello. Hello.
30 centimeters.
Huh?
30
ಸೊ
centimeters.
30 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. 1.25 ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆನಾ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆನಾ? ನಾ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ ಹಾಕಿರೋದು. ಹಲೋ. Is this Excel sheet visible for you? Hello. Hello, please answer me. Is this graph visible? ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆನಾ? ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಹಲೋ. Hello. Can anyone talk? Hello. Hello. Yes, ಓಕೆ. ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ. ಸೆಟಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋಡ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಾಕೋಬಹುದು, MM ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಾಕೋಬಹುದು. MML ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ 1.25 ಗೆ ಕರ್ವ್ ಹತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ಸರು 1490 ಏನೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಎಸ್. Okay, now what is the answer? The pressure from the graph obtained is, what is the pressure from the graph for delta enter, yes, 0.125 centimeter or for 1.25 mm. The load value from the graph is 1490 kg. Okay, this is the load value from the graph. Next, what you need to find out, you have to find out the pressure. That is, A is the pressure, A is the radius, small a. You can take it as A1. A1 for small, A1 is 15 centimeter. Okay, for 30 centimeter diameter plate, here they have given in the question. You can see the question. A plate load test was conducted on a Sokut. Okay, a plate load test was conducted on a Sokut substrate during monsoon season using 30 centimeter diameter plate. If 30 centimeter is the diameter, the radius will be 15. That is, A is the radius. A1 is equal to 15 centimeter, which will be equal to, next, you have to find out the pressure. That is small p1. Pressure is equal to load divided by area. This is the formula. Okay, load you have to find out. That is 1490 is the load from the graph, divided by formula of area is pi into a square, isn't it? Pi into a1 into a1, which will be equal to 1490 divided by 3.142 into a1 is 15 into 15. Yes, what is the answer? Small p value. Small p value will be equal to, yes, time is running up. I will join with the same password. Yes, tell me what is the pressure? Yes, what is the pressure?
2.107.
2.107. Okay, 2.107. Okay, next what you need to do,